In the barren deserts of Mesopotamia, where the wind dances around the ruins of long-lost civilizations, there is a tale of a place that should never have existed. A place shrouded in darkness, whose very name silences even the bravest of men, Uruk's Labyrinth. Uruk, founded around 3500 BCE, was not only one of humanity's oldest cities, but also a cradle of legends, and became a symbol of power, myth, and the eternal quest for immortality. It begins with a whisper, faint but ever-present. The elders say it rises from the depths on nights of the full moon, carried by the desert winds. Some claim it is the voices of priests who perished in the labyrinth's dark corridors thousands of years ago. Others swear it is the goddess Inanna herself, searching for souls to quench her insatiable wrath. But most often, people speak of something far worse, a power beyond description, the guardian of the labyrinth. The few who claim to have seen the entrance describe it as a narrow crack in the desert sands, appearing suddenly and vanishing just as quickly. A stone gate, encircled by enigmatic symbols, opens only to those driven by greed or desperation to enter the labyrinth. Some say it only reveals itself to those who thirst for power, fame, or riches, and it lures them in, knowing they will never emerge again. Above the gate, an ancient inscription looms, a curse that has echoed through the ages. Whoever enters here shall feel the underworld. But what truly lies beyond the entrance? What secrets are hidden in the labyrinth's dark passages? Some speak of immeasurable wealth, a treasure left by King Uruk himself. Others claim it is a place of doom, a trap for the soul. Those who enter will feel the underworld's grasp. These words, carved into ancient stone tablets, are the only warning of what lies beyond the gate. But do they caution against the labyrinth's traps or something far worse that dwells in its depths? What is Uruk's labyrinth truly? A treasure trove, a prison, or a gateway to the underworld itself? The legend of Uruk's labyrinth may find its roots in the epic journey of Gilgamesh, the legendary king of Uruk. In the Epic of Gilgamesh, the hero embarks on a perilous quest for the secret of immortality after being deeply shaken by the death of his friend Enkidu. His path leads him through the 12 double hours of darkness, a long, eerie tunnel so pitch black that Gilgamesh can see neither ahead nor behind. In this seemingly endless passage, he loses all sense of direction, a claustrophobic journey that strongly resembles the idea of a labyrinth, where courage and intellect are tested at every turn. At the end of the darkness, he reaches the Garden of the Gods, a mythical place filled with radiant gemstone trees and divine beauty. But this garden is not the conclusion of his trials. Along the way, Gilgamesh encounters mythical guardians, including the tavern keeper Siduri, who warns him, and the fearsome monster Humbaba. Each step brings him closer to his goal. Yet the journey itself becomes a symbol of life's twisted paths, a spiritual challenge that ultimately offers no salvation. Gilgamesh's story reflects the concept of a labyrinth, a dark, perilous place filled with obstacles and tests, with a treasure or higher understanding waiting at the end. As the king of Uruk, Gilgamesh's epic journey may have inspired later legends of a real labyrinth within the city, a place where myth and reality intertwine. And so begins the story of Uruk's Labyrinth, a legend that has lived in the hearts of men for millennia. A story not only of greed, madness, and power, but also of the dark secrets that slumber deep beneath the earth. But beware, for the labyrinth is not merely a relic of the past. Some say it waits for the next fool brave enough to enter. King Uruk was a man who had everything: power, wealth, and the loyalty of his subjects. Yet his greatest enemy was time itself. Obsessed with securing his reign for eternity, he commanded architects and priests to construct a masterpiece of darkness, a labyrinth that descended deep into the earth, far from light and life. It was no ordinary structure. The architects worked according to instructions King Uruk claimed to have received from the priests of the goddess Inanna. They claimed the designs came from visions sent by the goddess herself. Yet even during construction, strange incidents occurred. Workers vanished, screams echoed through the unfinished corridors, and tales emerged of a shadow wandering the labyrinth. Inanna, the goddess of love, war, and the underworld, was central to Uruk's plans. A golden statue of her was placed at the labyrinth's heart, surrounded by immense treasures. However, it is believed that the true treasure was not the gold, but forbidden knowledge, texts, and artifacts containing secrets of the underworld and death. Some priests warned that the labyrinth was an affront to the gods, a place that would blur the boundaries between the world of the living and the underworld. They feared that Inanna herself would curse the labyrinth. Uruk dismissed their warnings and had the disobedient priests cast into the depths of the structure, where they met their deaths or became something else. The legend states that King Uruk, driven by greed and madness, entered the labyrinth himself to admire his treasure. He never returned. His advisors, who searched for him, found only traces of blood and the echo of dark laughter reverberating through the corridors. Some believe that Uruk sacrificed his life to the goddess Inanna to gain the secrets of the underworld. Others claim he was consumed by the priest's curses and now roams the labyrinth as its eternal guardian. And so the fable speaks of a creature that roams the labyrinth's corridors. Some believe it to be King Uruk himself, cursed by the gods after his death to spend eternity as a monster. Others describe a demonic guardian, born from the priest's curses and the workers' fear. The creature is said to read thoughts and use intruders' deepest fears against them. Survivors, few as they are, describe it as a shadowy figure that seeps through walls like smoke, or a massive beast with blazing eyes. It is said the creature can alter the labyrinth's corridors, seal doors, or create new traps. Archaeological findings near the ruins of Uruk suggest that the labyrinth may have actually existed. In the 1920s, a team of researchers discovered an underground structure with winding passages adorned with ancient symbols. Some inscriptions on the walls appeared to be warnings. Those who enter will feel the underworld's grasp. Reports suggest that the labyrinth is more than just a structure. Surviving expeditions describe moving walls, sudden gusts of air, and an eerie feeling of being watched. Some researchers theorize that the labyrinth was deliberately designed to confuse intruders, or that underground gases like methane or hydrogen sulfide caused hallucinations. Recent reports make the legend even more intriguing. In 2002, archaeologists from the German Archaeological Institute embarked on a daring mission to uncover the secrets of one of humanity's oldest cities. Using state-of-the-art magnetometer technology, they pierced through the desert sands, revealing a city that surpassed even the wildest expectations in size and complexity. The discoveries were breathtaking. A network of streets and walls, meticulously planned, and a central area believed to have served as a religious hub, a site teeming with hidden mysteries. Most intriguing of all, the structures seem to align with descriptions from the Epic of Gilgamesh, including references to gardens and sacred spaces. Could this have been the place that inspired both heroes and gods? Yet one question remained unanswered. Among the uncovered structures was a perplexing complex whose purpose is still unknown. Some scholars speculate it might have been a site for ritualistic ceremonies, or perhaps even the inspiration for the legend of Uruk's labyrinth. The expedition brought the city of Uruk back to life, if only briefly, and left behind new enigmas that continue to challenge historians to this day. The legend of Uruk's labyrinth is more than a tale of greed and madness. It speaks of the limits of human understanding, the dangers we cannot see, and the dark secrets that lie buried deep within the earth. Archaeological evidence and modern accounts suggest there may be more truth to the myth than history reveals. It is said that anyone who enters the labyrinth will either be consumed by the shadows or by their own fears. Whether anyone will ever uncover the treasure at the labyrinth's heart remains uncertain. But one thing is certain, the price of trying is steep. The goddess sees all, and she forgets nothing.